In today's video, we're going over 10 things that you should never say to your pregnant wife. But first, a little disclaimer. If you say these things, don't come crawling back to me. Consider this a warning. Yes, I'm on your side, but if you say these things, you will probably end up in the doghouse. Hey guys, I'm Jason Kreidman and welcome to another episode of Dad University. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click on that notification bell. Also, it really helps us spread our message when you share these videos. So maybe you know a couple people that might enjoy this, please share it with them. Many men have made the mistake of saying one or many of these things to their pregnant wife. But let's stop the vicious cycle and help each other survive. Number one, I have it just as hard as you do. No, you don't. You might be feeling some of that emotional roller coaster with, stress and anxiety and all of those emotions that come. But you don't have to deal with anything physical. You have no morning sickness, no nausea, weight gain, feeling tired. Really none of that. I don't want to negate the fact that this is difficult for you. It probably is. In fact, we have numerous videos that talk about the challenges that men face during pregnancy and the stress, etc. So it is real. However, we just don't have the right to compare it to what she is going through. Just don't say anything about you having it as hard as she does or thinking that it's the same, because it is not. The physical part is tough, and she is the one carrying the child. Number two, why are you so emotional? I was talking to a pregnant woman who said that she began crying because the delivery trucks had left the parking lot. She was watching the delivery trucks leave the parking lot and began crying. Now, to you and me, that is not normal. That's not rational. But to somebody who's pregnant, that can happen. That is a true story. I am not making that one up. There actually is an explanation or reason for it. During pregnancy, a woman experiences an increase in production of the hormones progesterone and estrogen. And that increase in hormone production causes additional emotions, and it makes it a little bit difficult for the brain to regulate those emotions. Hormones can cause some wacky and interesting things to happen. One of the tips I often give is to just roll with it. Don't take it personally and don't comment on it. A question like that of questioning why she's so emotional, it's just not coming from a place of love. So you're better off biting your lip and not saying anything. Number three, you look really tired. She probably is tired, but you telling her that isn't going to help. Again, hormones are probably the culprit here. Hormones can cause fatigue. They can make her feel really sleepy. Whether you say she looks tired or you're questioning the amount of sleep that she's getting, just don't. Pregnancy absolutely can have an effect on her sleep. You've got hormone stuff going on. She could be physically uncomfortable. She's got bladder issues. There's all kinds of good reasons for her to look tired. She probably isn't getting good, consistent sleep. Whether you're, getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom multiple times or you're feeling physically uncomfortable, you're not getting a good, consistent sleep. And she'll probably be tired even during the day, as those hormones can cause fatigue. Many women experience all kinds of changes in both their sleep and how tired they are. Many women say that they are tired all the time, especially in the first and third trimesters. Number four, you are getting really big. If your parents never taught you that you're not supposed to comment on somebody's size or their weight, shame on them. Of course she is getting bigger. She has a human growing inside of her. You don't need to remind her that her body is adjusting. Just be quiet. While some women do embrace the physical changes that they go through during pregnancy, many do not. You are going to get along with her much better by telling her that she's beautiful. You do not need to tell her that she's big. The average woman gains about 25 to 35 pounds during pregnancy, and that usually happens in the second and third trimesters. But if your wife is getting bigger, she's aware of it. She doesn't need you reminding her of it. In fact, she needs your support, not your criticism. Number 5, you shouldn't eat that. She's an adult. She gets to decide what she gets to eat. Now, there's probably some better ways of handling that kind of situation if you are concerned about what she's eating. Maybe you can make some healthy meals for her, or have some choices in the house that taste really good but are a little bit better for you. Trying to control what she eats is not going to be a good idea. I don't know any woman or any person that appreciates somebody trying to police what they eat. You may have good intentions. You might be looking out for your unborn child or wanting your wife to be healthy. But you have to refrain from telling her what to eat or policing it. If you do that, you are surely going to be in the doghouse. Number 6, my friend's wife only gained X pounds. She may not be happy about her weight already, so comparing her to somebody else is going to make it even worse. Nobody likes to be compared, but nobody likes to be compared, especially when it is about something that you are already not happy with. The end result is that your wife may think that she's not good enough or that she's not handling the pregnancy properly. And this is really self-defeating. Your role is to build her up and support her, not to knock her down. So you don't want to compare her to anybody else who has gone through it. Number 7, do I need to go to the doctor's appointments? The sooner that you realize that that child is 50% yours, the sooner you will stop asking dumb questions. Yes, you need to go. Now, certainly there are appointments that are not as important as others, but make the assumption that you will be at every appointment unless she says otherwise. The appointments help you become a little bit more informed about what is going on with her and the baby. It also gives you an opportunity to ask the doctor any questions that you might be curious about. Even if you aren't interested in attending, going to the appointments is showing support for her and the baby. She'll probably appreciate the fact that you are going, and you'll get a little sticker for your sticker chart, and you can be really proud of yourself. Number 8, this beer, wine, or food that she can't have is really good. If she enjoys an occasional cocktail, or there's some food that she really loves but it's prohibited because she's pregnant, don't rub it in. You certainly don't want to toast her or be like, hey babe, this toast is for you. It's just not suggested. For some women, it is really challenging to refrain from having those drinks and that food that you really love. And then watching you indulge in it, that doesn't make it very fun for them. So if you are inclined to have those things that she really enjoys, maybe have them when she's not around, or ask her if she minds if you have it. At least be considerate. The hope is that she shouldn't keep you from having it, but it's at least considerate to ask. Number 9, this house is so messy. We did a video about complaining, and the summary is that it doesn't get you what you want, and it certainly doesn't motivate other people to help you. So if you're complaining about how messy the house is, there's probably one of two things. Either she's not meeting some kind of expectation that you have that she was supposed to clean, or you're upset at yourself because you were supposed to clean and you didn't. In either case, complaining about it doesn't solve it. You can either have a discussion about it, and if it falls under some of her responsibilities that she's neglecting, then you have a discussion, or you suck it up and you clean it up yourself. It obviously is really important to you, so in either case though, complaining about it doesn't solve it. If having a clean house is more important to you than her, you'll probably be the one cleaning more often. But just wait until you have kids. It becomes about 10 times more difficult to keep the place clean. Those kids just don't come out as clean little creatures. They are champions at making a mess. Number 10, I feel like you are neglecting me. She might be. And if you feel this way now, it's probably going to get worse once the baby arrives. The simplest way to solve this is that you just have to change your expectations on attention. It's not that she doesn't love you. She just may have her focus elsewhere right now. When a child arrives, the attention we get is after the child. So in other words, usually the child comes first. If you have a family pet, then we are third in line. It's just the way that it is. It's not great, it doesn't feel good, we don't deserve it, but it's typically reality. So if you are aware of that and that can happen, it just softens the blow a little bit. We all want to matter, but a pregnant woman or a woman who just had a baby, her focus is probably not on you. Now, it's just something that we have to accept, and when we're aware of it, we can work with it better. Our role is to be supportive and be there for her. If I was giving advice to the women, I would say the same thing. Don't forget him. He needs some attention as well. That's where this partnership comes together, is that we each are trying to support each other. The journey of pregnancy is actually really fun and exciting. Sure, it can have some stresses and cause a little bit of anxiety, and we have some videos that touch on that. But for this video, I wanted to have some fun, talk about some things that you just should really never say to your pregnant wife. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to hear from you. Did you say anything that you weren't supposed to say? Or do you have any suggestions for other people and to make sure that they don't say it? Leave your feedback in the comments section below. If you found this video helpful, you don't want to miss what we have for you in our other videos. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click on that notification bell. Also, if you know a couple people that might enjoy it, please share it with them. We'll see you next time.